Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Mexican Robin 91 here, and we're back with more Cyber Sleuth. I do apologize for the last stream. Was a little bit more tired than what I thought I was. So, apologies in advance on that. Also, let me go over here real fast. Open that up. Then that. Okay, I completely forgot where we were last time. Oh yeah, the Kaloon mission. Okay. Because we're almost at the halfway point, which means this thing is going to be going by a heck of a lot faster. Kaloon level 1. And then just to recap on my team so far, we got Winston, my favorite buddy slash robot pal, who is Android Mon right now, who will soon become High Android Mon, but like I said, when later on I'm going to be getting the full team together and going to be getting some better Digimon with some better stats. I'll be doing that switch soon. We have Superstarmon, Rise Greymon, Devivimon, Medic, who is now Pyildramon, Geekomon, and Maxwell. All who will change over time. Speaking of which, I should check. Yep. Get all this training over with. Okay. And then let's check some Digivolving. Okay, no one's able to Digivolve yet. He's got a long ass way to go. Again, sorry for language, if that is a problem with some people. Let's make you into a Leomon. Okay, everyone else is a long ways away. And everyone here is good. Okay. Let's get some heals going. There may be some people joining in and out through the voice chat. Okay, so let's continue on with our journey, shall we? Oh yeah, this is the one who's like, oh, help me, get your female friend to like me, cause I'm part of her team, you know. Like I said, I really like Cyber Sleuth 2 more than Cyber Sleuth 1, but I don't want to play these games out of order right now. And like I said, once Kingdom Hearts kicks in, that's gonna take over 2/3 of my time. I am debating on if I'm gonna be doing off-screen grinding when I play, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I'll figure that out when the time comes. there's the guy again. Boom, boom, boom. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Okay. Also, I do apologize for the fans in the background. It's a little hot in our house. We have our AC busted at the moment, so it's a little hot in here. Just so these next few go a little faster. Oh, I can't. Fudge. Okay, never mind. I was gonna eliminate all encounters because these are all low levels and it's not gonna give any experience. That's the one downside of having to go backwards on some of these older areas when you got your characters at such a high level. And then also, if I do go quiet for a second on the stream, it's because I also have a package that's supposed to show up, and I gotta redeem it like ASAP, because it's one of those digital gifts that my buddy got me. Which may end up being right now. Bless me. Okay, there it is. Okay, so just give me a quick second stream. Just gotta switch over to my other thing real fast. Because one of my guys got me a funny gift, because since we've been playing a game lately on one of our groups, he's like, hey, you got a Switch, right? I was like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, I got you sometime. And I was like, oh god. So it's been a funny haha joke that we've had between the two of us lately on this game. Okay, so now I can put that to sleep. Nokia. The thing about Nokia is that phrasing is a key thing. This is how you get stalkers, people. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to go back into that last conversation just like last week. No. We're not going back into that convo again. Getting a notification about something. What? Excuse me. Okay. Just one of my buddies just laughing about this. Literally everyone's like mostly joining because Nokia is like, oh, I'm a cute girl. Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, my one friend who always used to say, if you got it, flaunt it. Do I have to go to area 2 now? Yeah, area 2. No. Better just take this, go up here, and then just take the elevator. Be a lot faster. Continue onwards, shall we? Also, if things go according to plan, then hopefully on this paycheck I'll be able to get me my capture card, and I'll be able to start streaming some other games, and I'll be able to probably have face cam, maybe not. I'm still debating on it right now. So yeah, it's one of those situations where I gotta figure out what to do. Oh boy, here comes these guys. These lying sacks of shit. And then here it goes. Agumon, Gabumon, Wolf, Digimon 2! War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. Let's kick it into high gear, boys. Trident Revolver! Huh? I'm a good cyber sleuth. Oh yeah, this is another side thing I gotta do. Always sell all your Digimedals, kids, because it gives you some bonus stuff later on. And here we go with him again. Womp 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 womp. Hmm. That one I'll take in a minute. This is one where I mainly need to take. I love how he's just like, she's not my girlfriend. And then here's where another problem of misinterpretation kicks in. Oh yeah, first I have to go here to get something. Wait, was it Shinjuku or Shinjao? Shinjuku. So she's somewhere around here. Here she is. Oh, for fuck's sake, like I said. Uh, 'cause it's time to head back. Like I said, this is where things get weird. I wonder, is the thing available yet? I forgot if I checked this yesterday or not. Yes, I did, apparently. Give me even more revives just on the safe side. Because we're about to hit ground town on this. Sorry, just got a private message from one of my friends. Having a little bit of a problem right now, and I'm trying to help while also trying to deal with my own stuff. God dang it. Atara is fucking hysterical. Oh, just be like Romeo and Juliet, just kill yourselves, man. That's romantic. It's like, dude, too dark. Too soon. Too soon, bro. Hold on, let me make sure. Is this the place where she is? Nope, Kashmir. is in the digital world. What? Yokio always thinking about food. God dang, these burps. Young love. Okay. And a memory up for this. And then he wants to meet in Kahlua, right? No, in his formation, so. What's wrong on? My bad. And then this is where the dark comes out of nowhere. We got him, boys. Mission accomplished. Now this is one of the very strong things, and to think about it, this is actually how the world is. This world was supposed to be made as a paradise, and it's supposed to help people escape from reality. But at the same time, it also made things a lot harder for people, because now you got other people who are trying to ruin that, and now there's a war between hackers, tamers, everyone. And this is where there was a little bit of a slip. Is it clue 4 or clue 1? 4. Like I said, wherever it just says random clue, that's what gets me confused the most in this game. Because then I have to like constantly check over and over and over again about this. Zoom out a little bit. Get 'em, boys. Yep. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Gotta share some love. It's one of my other buddies. Okay, just gonna mute myself for a quick second. Okay, let's continue with our adventure. Thank you, Joe. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then it's gonna instantly take me to the next cutscene. Gonna have to wait a second. And then here goes. To the promised land. We are finally at the halfway point.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Rando?
Nothing much, nothing much. Oh my god damn it. Hey, can you hold on real fast? I'll be right back.
Yeah. Let me... Get that. Get that.
Alright, howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
It's howdy doody time. Oh, finally getting to sit down.
Yeah.
God, that was very frustrating, man. I have one day every 2 weeks that I could play with Kat, and nope, couldn't do it today. Busy running around.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, if Cat's free later, I'm okay with jumping games, switching over.
I'm sorry?
I said if Cat's free later, I can probably join you guys in playing Red Dead or something.
Oh, I mean, I won't be able to play with her for like another 2 weeks. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I just said. Like, every 2 weeks, I have one day that she's free that I could play games with her.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I was too busy running around doing errands.
Yeah.
And, she sent me an invite and whatnot, but it's like 11 o'clock over where she is right now, so she had to go to sleep.
Mm. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock right now. I didn't even realize. But then again, I don't gotta worry about it. I'm not working till noon my time tomorrow, so I can sleep in.
All right. Shit. God damn it. Always something. Give me a second. I gotta move something.
No problem, buddy.
Hold on. Hold on.
Is it here? There it is. And then all of a sudden, here. Okay, boys, come and fight. What? Another problem with this character, I always forgets to tell her team what the plan is. Okay, get rid of that.
Alright, sorry about that again.
You're good.
Oh boy. Alright. It's time to smoke and relax for a bit. I've been on my feet all day. Not really on my feet, just back and forth.
Yeah.
Big back and forth. Yeah, I was just a little perturbed earlier.
I hear you.
Trying to spend whatever time I can. With my girlfriend.
Yeah. I hear you on that.
It's a little hard when she's 2,000 miles away right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I don't know. I try not to complain too much because there's always somebody going through it worse.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Where's my damn filter? Who did it? Who did it?
This guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Can be a little tumultuous. I'm just trying to stay on top of things. Whenever you're your own boss, you gotta kind of make sure that everything is running on schedule, because, well, you ain't got anybody to blame but yourself if things go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm raiding a fort right now.
Nice.
Oh my god, I don't know what's going on today.
Yeah, I tried playing a little bit of Red Dead earlier, but the second I was loading in to every single hall that I was in was full of players that were just insta-killing people the second they got in. And I like changed the server like 3 times. Still nothing. The same shit just kept happening. I'm like, seriously, people?
Well, yeah, that's why I have like 5 posses.
Yeah.
That way, like, if I'm not online on one posse, someone will be online on another posse at the very least.
Yeah, I haven't been checking the posses and joining them and all that stuff, so...
Because you'll get a notification whenever a posse becomes active again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm on now. I'm playing with Doggo. I guess Doggo saw that the posse was reformed and decided to join. So.
The mysterious doggo who we can't figure out yet.
Fuck. Oh, damn
it. Oh boy.
I don't particularly give a damn about like knowing who somebody really isn't online. Reality is always subjective. It's the eye of the beholder.
Oh yeah.
You are the room that you're in.
Pretty much.
So, it doesn't matter if I know who they really are. I don't know. Chris wanted to make an issue about it. He always wants to know, like, who is this person? Let's get him on chat. Like, no.
Yeah.
Now we've got something good, which is they're there when you need them.
Yeah.
They don't have a bunch of They don't have shitty opinions, and they don't seem to be a. It doesn't matter if they're positive or negative. They're just there when you need them. So what does it matter if you know or don't know who they are?
Yeah, like I was okay with like not meeting some people face to face until like all of a sudden, like if I accidentally like randomly met them at a convention. Like a couple of my buddies uh I've met in conventions, and that's been fun. That like I've talked like online with, like my buddy uh Duman. uh we met through through our online chat, and then all of a sudden me and my friend Jeanette were at a convention, and we were like, hey, we're over at this convention having fun. And then all of a sudden, like an hour later, we got like a message saying, hey, I'm in this thing too. And we're like, no way. Then we finally got to meet face to face. Oh yeah, Eden. Just like how I know, like, one day I'll meet you and Chris one day. In real life through one of the conventions that you guys will end up going to.
Yeah, probably. Or I could die before that convention ever happens.
That's true. We all have to meet our maker at some point.
Oh, that's true.
Good. Unfortunately, I
Are
don't
you
think
still
I.
streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll shut them. I won't get into religion.
That's alright. I think after yesterday's uh, little thing, I went into two personal issues that I've had in real life. Like I talked about the Jamie situation, which I told you about before, the crazy
The what
stalker girl.
situation?
The crazy stalker girl I had. I thought I told you this story.
Nah, I don't think you did.
Um, I had a
I feel
girl
like I
who's
remember something like that.
well, I don't care. The person's in jail now, so I don't care if they watch this later on and they're like, oh, well, you're doing this. It's like, well, you did something way worse, and karma hit your ass back, and there you go. But I had this girl who, was, like, so obsessed over me that when I turned her down, she tried to file a attempted rape charge on me.
Huh.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it got really bad to the point where there was, um, like when I was, um, arrested, we found out later that the officer that was arresting me was her uncle, which brought a huge case problem in because you're not supposed to handle cases involving one's own family. And then the lawyer I was supposed to talk to was another one of her uncles, and so yeah, basically those two people got blacklisted and lost their jobs because of them abusing their power. and due to that little incident, um, they threw me in solitary confinement for 24 straight hours, which is not good for a person who's going through um, mental problems.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's the short version of it. If you want to look back at the older VOD, I said like the whole shebang of what happened.
Uh, yeah, I haven't really had the time to go back on a lot of the old casts. Um, but I know something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I tell people, I'm like, because everyone's asked me about like how do I feel now after like it's been years after that whole event. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I still have mental problems because of it. It made my things worse.
Sure.
Like the fact I don't want to be around my own thoughts if I'm like in like a bad state is like should be a clear indicator of what the hell is wrong with me at that point.
Yeah.
And some people don't understand that, and then you gotta explain it to them, and then once you start explaining it to them, they look at you and they're like, oh well, it doesn't make sense, you should just be okay with it. It's like, no, I'll never be okay with it. I'm
No.
like, I've been able to move past it to a degree, but like there's still
Right.
some things you can't.
There's a difference between moving past it and being okay with it.
Yeah.
And you never have to be okay with it.
Yeah.
But you do have to move past it.
Yeah, like I've had
But that
people
doesn't
who,
mean that you have to be okay with it.
yeah, like I've had people who've like literally like joked about this, and some people who've actually went to go uh went to go contact people to try making my stuff as like to be known on like the web and all that stuff. And I'm like I don't want
Sure.
I don't want like freaking Hallmark hitting me up asking me to do a story, or Lifetime doing a story on me, because like the way on how that whole thing was like
What?
described is like a story out of a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that they're going to be making a movie from it. You know,
Well, I
that's
know that, but like that's what people like when they hear that story, they don't believe it until like I actually have to show them the proof and say, "Dude, like here, if you don't believe me, here's the proof that shows you."
dude. People, you know what? Most of the people that don't believe you are people that haven't experienced anything like that or similar,
Oh
happen
yeah.
to them. At least that's something that I've known from experience.
Oh yeah.
You know, they. It's funny. You mentioned that though, because I was in a place called Johnny Polk for a good long time, and I lost like about 3.5 years of my life there, and but it wasn't a question as to like whether I deserved to be there. I did deserve to be there. I did something awful.
Mhm.
But while I was in there, what I didn't deserve was getting thrown into. I too was thrown into the box,
Mhm.
E block, also known as solitary confinement. And, I was there for like about 27 days, and in those 27 days, I, I mean, it was great. It was fantastic.
Mhm.
The thing was is that they didn't want me in the general population because they felt that I was. I mean, and it happens. There's like there are people that they see. They're like, okay, you're a risk factor.
Mhm.
Like it's gonna take probably more to deal with a potential situation from this person than one CO. And there's times that there is only sincerely one CO there with like 30 or 40 dudes in
Mhm.
general pop. You know
Yeah.
And that can be a bad day for them, you know. So it's like I can't blame them for that, you know. But
Mhm.
at the same note, what they did was they had there was a fight that broke out downstairs, and a handful of us got up upstairs, and
Mhm.
pretty much everyone that got up and stayed up to see what was going on, all of those people were thrown into the box. And there was like five dudes, like 5 or 6 dudes. We were all thrown into the box.
Mhm.
We were all let out at different times, but what we would do to keep in contact with each other is they had a payphone that was on wheels, dead serious. It was a payphone that was like on like a little dolly
Mhm.
that had these shoelaces tied to the end of it, and we would slide the phone like to each other from like from the box. You know, we only
Mhm.
had like a little
Mhm.
panel where they put the food in, but like we have our hands out there like tossing these phones to each other, B4, B4, B12, hey, B12, like just calling out to each other.
Mhm.
I got rye for that cornbread, you know. Good times, good times. But no, I'm not. I've gotten over it, but I've never been okay with it because I know that
Mhm.
it was bullshit.
Yeah.
It's complete bullshit.
And that's the thing. Some people just don't understand, and they never will understand, unfortunately.
Well, experiences, the best can provide the best form of empathy.
Mhm.
And you're right. Some people won't understand because they'll never be in that situation. But I feel like it's just a matter of time, though.
Yeah.
Like everyone had at some point in their life has to have something unreasonable, unpredictable, something completely crazy that if they tried explaining it to someone, they would think that they were full of shit or crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Ah, crap. I forgot how
until
this
it's good,
puzzle
man.
went. I think this is how it's supposed to go. I don't know. I'll find out in like 2 seconds if I'm doing this puzzle wrong. Also, I'm working on getting a good Angelomon for you.
Oh, in Cyber Sleuth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that'd be sweet, man. That'd be sweet.
I gotta get the good stats for it though first. Like I said, that's the one thing about this game where you gotta like. It's better to get the guys late game than early game. Like
Right,
it helps.
right.
It helps to unlock the digi trees to figure out what the digivolution is for them. But
Yeah.
half of these guys that I have in my party are going to be switched out for someone that's in my farm that's got stat upgrades to them. Oh shit, speaking of which, I gotta make sure I start making sure all of them are training. So that way I can make sure they have those stat upgrades. Yeah, I'll just have these guys train. Have two train, one on development. might start selling some of this stuff too.
Oh, how did they let him get away? Come on, you gotta be kidding me. That's right, Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Oh, they almost let the lieutenant skip town.
Oh boy.
So I had to shoot a dude, steal his horse, get on the horse, ride all the way over to the guy, and then get my rifle out. I prefer using my sawed-offs, you know, close range kind of guy. I'm not much of a sniper. I had to snipe this dude on the horse, but fortunately, everything worked out.
Okay, let's get that box first before I do the puzzle. I'm just glad I felt a lot better than what I was earlier. Because, oof, I was in a dark place.
Yeah.
One of my
Dark places
buddies.
can be the hardest to get out of.
Oh yeah, I had one of my buddies who was helping me, and we were listening to old videos and just goofing around, having a grand old time. Okay, so I was wrong. It is B on one side, red on the other. That's my ankle finally. Jesus.
Your what?
My ankle
Oh,
finally popped.
nice. That's always good.
Yeah, because every now and again my ankle locks up, so it's like, it takes 4 fucking hours for it to finally pop and be back to normal, you know?
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong one. Ugh. Okay. Wait, can I? I can reduce the encounters a little bit for this area. Because I want to plow through this part, because this is like the most tedious part of this damn thing. The stupid puzzles. Because the other one's like a weird one where it's like you don't even use all the colors, you just use 2 of the colors and that's it. And then... what the fuck? Yeah, like this one, I was just, you don't even use the second color. I'm getting a message from someone. Who the hell's messaging? Also, I'm a little glad one of the capture cards I was looking at finally dropped in price, but not by much. But a decent amount to where I think I can probably pay for it on my next check.
Nice.
Adventure.
Oh man, I got $30 for that mission.
Woohoo.
Yeah, these quick on call are really much faster. Much faster. We can still do them in groups of 3 if you want to hop on at any point. Even with just me and Doggo, we're making some good bank. But the thing is that once the group gets to 4 or higher, then we can't do them anymore. We have to do the normal free roam, like stranger mission.
Yeah. Well, right now I want to continue off this since I kind of only did an hour yesterday and I kind of feel bad because I've been trying to do at least 2 to almost 3 hours of me doing this game.
Yeah.
Because I know I can plow through this within under 24 hours in total. Unless I decide to do like some stupid grinding. I'm not doing any of the DLC stuff because the DLC stuff would require me to grind way too much for the first game. The second game I'm okay with doing the grinding and all that stuff for, but no, just no on the first one.
Yeah.
Because that literally requires you to literally convert and get mega level Digimon, get them all the way to max level in the training camp, DJ evolve them to the ultimate, do it again, then the champion, do it again, and then finally to his rookie form again, and then figuring out which branch fits it perfectly.
Hmm.
It is a tedious adventure.
That sounds it.
Okay, there it is. Let me mute the video so I can just look at what the hell I gotta do for this puzzle. Because this one is the one that I know doesn't require all of them, so I gotta figure out which one I gotta use. Oh, there's a memory up. Gotta use that now. Give me some more space so I can digivolve these guys. Wow, this person had it. All their Digimon at Mega already. Jesus. Then again, it could be just a New Game Plus file. That's what I was also thinking of doing, is doing a New Game Plus and just having all my Mega level Digimon just like plow through the game, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right. Because all I gotta get through is just this puzzle, and that's it. Okay, come on, skip, skip, skip.
So have you ever watched Titans?
Yeah,
Are you caught up?
not all the way. I was using my buddy's thing to watch it, and he changed his password to his account, so I can't
Oh.
watch it right now. I only saw the first 3 episodes, and that was it.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it does get better. Hawk and Dove are probably my favorite characters in the show.
Yeah.
And I love Dick Grayson. And I think it's nice that, at least for this show, it's the most, uh, for the most part, like the most Dick Grayson-like iteration of the character that has been in like a live-action medium. Normally, other Dick Graysons are kind of, they become like these Tim Drake hybrids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where, I mean, I love Tim Drake, but I love Tim Drake for being Tim Drake, you know, and Dick Grayson for being Dick Grayson. And I notice that more often than not, they end up. I mean, shit. In the New 52, they basically gave Dick Grayson Tim's origin story, and then they made Tim Drake some kind of witness protection brat.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's very strange.
Okay, I don't get that.
But here, like, he's a detective, like they even do the cop thing, which was, a thing in the 90s,
Mhm.
where Dick Grayson was a private eye, like an actual detective. Mind you, that was for Bloodhaven, but
Yeah.
still the element being in there is pretty cool. Like he's not really a hacker; he has to go to like a third party, in order
Yeah.
to get shit done. Like you see him have to call Alfred multiple times in Titans. And to be fair, Tim probably would have like hacked some shit John Connor style, and
Probably.
just like gotten, did what he needed to do to deal with the situation. And I loved Jason. Oh shit. Fuck. You're on episode 3, right?
Yeah, it's okay if you spoil. My brother has been
Alright.
spoiling the shit out of
Alright.
me on that series
My
for.
bad. That's kind of a big spoiler too, because well, not a big one, but like in the 5th episode, it's like really, I don't know. It was a really cool elation for me because I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. Yeah, like you don't have to worry about it. Like my brother's been spoiling so much of that thing, like the whole Beast Boy thing on his story arc is pretty interesting, he says, since I'm like a huge Beast Boy person. So
Yeah, yeah. No, if you're
he's
if you're a Beast
spoiled.
Boy fan, my only gripe about Beast Boy in the show is sincerely purely cosmetic.
Hmm.
I hate that he's only green hair, that he doesn't have
Yeah,
green skin,
he need like that's his
because
iconic thing.
not only that, but like it's iconic, but also it's an important aspect of the character. It's important that he can't blend in.
Yeah,
Like that's actually really important. Um,
but I think they
'Cause
had
I
to
hated that
change
in
it,
the
which
X-Men
is
movies. They did that with Beast too. Like Beast, they made in the like prequel movies that came out, they
yeah,
made Beast like able to go into his human form, and it's like that actually really sucks
yeah.
because a big part of their of what they're going through is that they can't just walk among us. They
Well,
can't just
also
be one of us.
Beast's storyline in the comics, he's one of the ambassadors for a reason. Like he's one of the ambassadors for mutant kind because he's okay being a mutant and doesn't care about the fact that he looks like a giant fur ape.
Right.
Like
I
that's
mean,
like
he
one of
has
the
to. Like
iconic things.
he has to climb that slope, and that's something that was a journey for him too, because that whole where he creates a serum to try to heal himself, or not heal himself, but make
To
himself
fix
Homo
himself,
sapien.
yeah.
And then next thing you know, it actually jumpstarts his mutation to where he has an advancement, and he
Yeah.
actually looks, gray and furry.
Yeah.
Then eventually blue and furry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, god damn it, I grabbed the wrong one. It's supposed to be blue, not purple. God damn it.
so yeah, that's probably my only gripe about Beast Boy in the show, because I love the actor. I love his outfit. It's very Doom Patrol-y,
Mm-hmm.
like classic Doom Patrol with the white and red.
Yeah, that's why
Um,
my brother says like I'll actually like him because of like I read the Doom Patrol comic before I read any Teen Titans comics,
yeah,
and he's like that's like one of the
they're the
things that
original
he.
X-Men.
Well, yeah,
They predate the X-Men, I think, by like nearly a year.
I think
I think it
so.
was like nearly a year that Doom Patrol came out before X-Men did. And mind you, it's like the premise is so blatant, like it's a school of misunderstood outcasts. These are the heroes that nobody wants, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody needs. um, in led by a paraplegic teacher, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, derivative is putting it nicely, you know?
Yeah.
To be fair, though, what I love Doom Patrol, but to be fair, one of the things that set the X-Men aside from, because I also remember there was another similar, and I had the comic, it was called Labor Force, and Labor Force was very similar to like X-Men and Doom Patrol, where, and it also had like this element of Heroes for Hire, where it
Mm-hmm.
was a band of superheroes that they just, you know, of course they're the misunderstood, nobody wants them, everybody needs them. Um, yeah, it was called Labor Force. But what set them apart, I think, what set a lot of these X-Men apart was Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
I think what was most interesting about Magneto's design, like when Jack Kirby designed Magneto, is that he doesn't look like a villain. He's not made to look like a villain. You know, you could totally read a comic called Magneto, and you could still accept that as a hero.
Mm-hmm.
He's very charismatic. You know, he has this flowing cape. You know, he has a this Greco-Romanesque helmet. Um, you know, he's an Ubermensch. You know, the guy is a 6'3", beefy as hell. You know, the only semblance that you see of age on him is the white hair.
Yeah.
Of course, they took liberties with that idea in the movies with having Sir Ian McKellen play Magneto. But to be
Mm-hmm.
fair, his performance is so good that you know it's hard to deny him the role. But to be
Oh yeah.
fair, Michael Fassbender actually looks and he looks more like what the comic book Magneto would look like.
Mm-hmm.
Because mutants aren't supposed to, they're not really supposed to age like that.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know, that's something that they made clear in the original show. You know, Magneto again, back to Magneto, where he's this World War II concentration camp survivor,
Mm-hmm.
and you know he doesn't look frail or old. I mean, he look just Google Magneto Marvel, and you'll see he looks like fucking Superman. Like he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
He's jacked as hell. You know, he's not a small man. So. The same thing with Xavier. Xavier in the old comics and in the old show, he didn't look like an old man per se. He actually looked more like a Vulcan, like a bald Vulcan,
Mm-hmm.
where he had like these like elfin eyebrows, the way Jack Kirby used to draw them, anyways. And even Jim Lee, like on into the '90s, we still see that very elfin appearance to his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Which I guess is more of a Marvel trope, as we see
Phew.
that with bless you. We see
Thank you.
that with like Namor the Submariner,
Mm-hmm.
the original anti-hero in comics. Uh, Came out in 1939, same year as Batman. So like Namor has OG cred. He predates Aquaman by I think like 4 years.
Yeah.
Like Aquaman's origin is just like carbon copy ripped from Namor. Although they took the Maverick out of him. Like they took the anti-hero. You know, like there was never a question as to like what kind of person Aquaman was. Aquaman was always a very charismatic and noble individual. You know, like his name was Arthur, and he was straight up King Arthur for the seas.
Yeah.
And you know, if you want to compare him to a ruler like that, well then I mean it might be more apt to compare uh, Namor instead of to King Arthur as more of the William Wallace. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
the guy he's someone who can go on adventures with Captain America and team up with Magneto the next day. His best friend is Doctor Doom, and yet he will do anything for Sue Richards. So, very complex character. It's a very layered character, and you know, especially in 1939 in comics, you didn't see much of that. Namor was also the original Nazi smasher, way before Captain America was swinging a right cross to Adolf Hitler on the cover of Captain America issue 1, Captain America Comics issue 1. Namor is, yeah, it's fucking cool. But sorry, I got sidetracked. We were talking about Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
They've had a couple animated appearances. I know the Doom Patrol were in the Teen Titans animated series.
Oh yeah, that's what I loved
they,
it. I love that episode. It's one of my top 10 favorite episodes of all time.
And that's where we learned that Beast Boy's outfit isn't actually like his outfit. It's actually part of a uniform. Like he was part of another team. You know, like that's such a cool elation. You know, when you see these other characters showing up, like wearing Beast Boy's exact costume, is that moment of like, oh shit, he's been part of a superhero team this whole time.
Yeah.
He's actually just hanging out with these guys. Like that's not even his OG superhero team. His real superhero team is actually the Doom Patrol. Which
and that's the thing
cool
that
name.
A lot of people keep forgetting is just like Beast Boy's the only one that's actually had team experience before besides Robin.
Right.
Like everyone's like, oh, everyone's always like been a loner or individual. I was like, no, Beast Boy's the only one. Like in the Teen Titans animated show, they took it a little bit like he was a Neanderthal and a jokester and all that. But when later on they were like, well, this is the reason why he became such a jokester and all that. Because of all the serious shit that he has seen, he had to make light out of all the darkness he saw.
Absolutely.
And that's like what a lot of people
by the Doom Patrol. Like the Doom Patrol were all of them extremely tragic characters.
Oh yeah.
Like painfully tragic characters. Who was it, Robot Man?
Yeah, it was similar to Cyborg, yeah.
Yeah, but like at least Cyborg like has a family and a semblance of who he was, you know, whereas like
Robot Man
is just
like, he's just
Robot Man, yeah. I'm sorry, Machine Man's a Marvel character. Robot Man's the Doom Patrol character.
Yeah, that's why. Trust me, I had the same problem whenever I have to.
Sometimes get them confused, but they're completely different characters.
Yeah,
they're not the same person.
Even though sometimes you wish it was.
Yeah, I like that in Kingdom Come. In Kingdom Come, Cyborg becomes the new Robot Man. Like now it's just Vic Stone's consciousness in the machine, and it's not even a tangible machine. Like now he's liquid metal.
Huh, I didn't know that.
So he looks the way he did when he was in high school, when he was a football star. Except all chromed out, like shiny, you know, because he doesn't. I guess he can't change the tone. Like he's not like not like T-1000 in the Terminator series, where he can like change the tone of his skin and whatnot.
Yeah, the pigment and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, he's liquid metal, but he's practically stuck in that shine form. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Capri Sun commercial kids. Or maybe the Real Adventures of, or what was it? Not the Real Adventures. The Secret World of Alex Mack. That was on Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's essentially what she, or what he looked like, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, Kingdom Come's sweet, bro. Kingdom Come's a sweet read. That's probably one of my favorite alternate futures. I mean, alternate futures are always fun.
Oh yeah.
They're some of my favorite Star Trek episodes, or science fiction episodes as a whole. I remember Darkwing Duck did the same thing where there was like this post-apocalyptic, like Frank Miller Darkwing Duck from the future. And he had like all black or something, and he had like red eyes and these spikes on his shoulders. It was insane. Not what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Really cool. And yeah, Kingdom Come is it's written by Mark Waid and the art is done by Alex Ross.
Okay.
And if you're not familiar with Alex Ross, Google Alex Ross art, and he's probably one of the quintessential painters in the comic book medium. Before him, I mean, I'd say the cream of the crop would be maybe Joe Jusko. But dude, Alex Ross, like you'll recognize. Well, I think his most iconic image that he did was from it was some kind of promotional. I think it was like for a plate or something, but it got mad popular. It was really just, in all actuality, it was from his sketchbook because he's just that good, you know. Like stuff that's in his sketchbook will get bought by DC to become like a plate or something, you know, or a T-shirt. Like his most famous one is an image of the Joker and Harley Quinn, where the Joker is in like he's in his original all black suit, and he's like part of the darkness, you know, and he's dancing with her, you know. I'm sure you've seen it on a shirt or a poster, or
I think I have because it does ring a bell.
Yeah, it's such a popular. I think it's probably one of the most popular images of those two characters, the Joker and Harleen Quinzel. But it's really his skill is amazing. Everything he does is just it's so good. It's really good. He doesn't produce a lot of like sequential art, but he has definitely. He's definitely done it a number of times.
Yeah.
Whoa, that guy just ceased to exist. That was weird. I'm in the mission where I have to round up 3 of the dudes, or 4 of the dudes, and I lassoed the guy, and he just completely ceased to exist.
Huh. Yeah,
Like,
a lot of people that I've been messaging lately are having the same bug problems that we've been having lately.
Oh yeah.
So it isn't just us. Like the one mission where we were waiting like 15 minutes for the one quest, and then the second someone gets like 2/3 of the way out of town, that's when it finally kicks in.
Oh yeah, man. No, I believe me, dude. You know, uniqueness is an illusion. I knew that there was nothing original about our problem.
Yeah. Like everyone's been messaging me on it.
How many people are going through what we're going through?
Oh, one of my buddies had had the thing where the buggy just randomly just vanished the second he got in it, and it ended the mission.
I think that's part of the charm.
Yeah.
That's part of the charm there. You know, we'll I'll just chalk it up to that because it can add a new gaming variable, you know, a challenge that you're not really expecting coming in.
Oh yeah,
just complete and utter nonsense. So.
Okay, just need to get everyone up one more level and that's it. Then I can get some of my
episodes out. Where Dick Grayson is getting jumped by these dudes in a hallway, and it's like a tunnel, and they have like tased batons. And I was so hoping he was gonna like pick up the tased batons, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, just like his old school character.
Give me a sprinkle of Nightwing, dude. Just a sprinkle, like it's right there. You're literally giving a setup for it, and they didn't do it, and I was so disappointed in them. I was so
Yeah.
disappointed in them. Like you had to know what you
That's
were
one
doing.
thing. That's one thing my brother is getting pissed off about because he says there's more than just that one moment that you talked about. He says there's multiple moments where you see the characters hold or are by something that's iconic to their specific character, and it looks like it leads up to them actually using it, and then it turns out no, they're just not even going to touch it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of setup for Nightwing.
Well,
Obviously,
yeah,
like
I know that's going to be
this
like
is
the end
clearly where
game
it's leading
thing.
to. But they're definitely milking that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just need to get you guys just one more. Come on. And then I at least have 2 megas in the team, and I know I can handle this.
Nice, nice. But it's definitely a fun show.
Oh yeah,
If you can, there's a lot of stuff you got to take with a grain of salt, and always remind yourself that this is still operating on like CW budget.
yeah.
Like
Well,
don't
not
expect
fully
this to.
CW. Even CW's DC shows that they have are a little bit better from the first 3 episodes that I saw, though.
What on CW?
Like, to some of the Flash things, they got a little bit more of a budget on how
Oh,
they're able
I
to.
mean, yeah, but they were still. Uh, I mean, they definitely spent more of a budget on Flash. Like the budget's still there. It's just in terms of like caliber of acting and
Yeah,
writing and whatnot. Like it's gonna still be on a very like Arrow supernatural Vampire Diaries like level
yeah,
of writing. And the difference is though is that now it's completely rated R.
yeah,
Now it can be like now it can just elevate to, and I say this is going to sound maybe a little awful, but it is kind of almost elevating for some of these stories because I mean it puts them on with like a Lionsgate or Canon films,
hmm,
where these movies are essentially gore porn and smut.
yeah,
Except at least with Titans we get story, at
yeah,
least some semblance of story. I mean, not that there isn't story in Lionsgate movies, but I mean, like it's like they're like what canon, that like the canon movies in the '80s.
hmm,
Like those movies were like Delta Force and American Ninja.
hmm,
These over the top Masters of the Universe, Superman 4, Quest for Peace. Like these movies are not very good, but there was a lot of money thrown at them.
yeah,
With this, with the CW shows, or I'm sorry, God damn, CW, the what is it, the streaming service,
DC universe.
DC Universe Online, yeah, or no, not DC Universe. That's the actual MMORPG. Um,
I forget what it's actually called.
yeah, damn it, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. My friend got them, and I've been watching on our sharing site together.
Well,
So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the same things with me, but like I
yeah,
can't watch anything right now because he fucked up on his password getting hacked. So he's like, I gotta
that's the
change
only
it. Hold
reason.
on.
Yeah, that's the only reason I haven't sat down for season 3 of Young Justice.
Yeah, I really want to watch it. I've heard so many good things. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah,
Like I just want to see where they can take this and if they're gonna take it to a next level or not. Because I have a
well, the show's all about escalation. So
oh yeah,
It's
Like
all about
one of
escalation.
my theories that I have going on is that there could be a time paradox episode.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I'm hoping for it because of all the shit that's been going on in the original two seasons, and then also if you go back to the older seasons, because since it is the same group, just they're older, they
yeah.
like literally there someone has to fuck with time at some point.
Right.
Like they've been
One of the
hinting
things
at it
that,
since the end of season 1 going into season 2. They hinted so hard that it's like, oh, if we can only go back in time and fix this. I'm like, you motherfuckers
yeah.
know what you just said. You know what you just led up to. And you're just holding back for no apparent reason right now. But at the same time, I'm like, I understand why they want to postpone it. Because it
Yeah, I
is.
think they're also trying to wait to see if they're gonna jump the shark with doing too many. I don't know. I don't know. With the DC multiverse, one of the nice things that Warner Brothers does have is they do have a monopoly on all of their IPs. You know, they haven't really been spread
They're
out over
not
the course of
restricted.
a series of films, right? So, you know, you could totally have a movie with this is in theory, you know, like not that this movie should ever happen or anything like that. Or I guess they kind of did actually with the Lego Batman movie. But you could totally have a movie with like, you know, CG Christopher Reeve Superman and like Henry Cavill Superman
Mm-hmm.
and like Dean Cain Superman and call it Crisis on Infinite Earths or something. You know,
Yeah.
like you could just make a Crisis movie with all of your cinematic IPs that you've ever filmed,
Mm-hmm.
uh, ever. Okay,
Okay, are any of these guys able to digivolve yet? Nope. 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 Okay, so this is all. Okay. Any of you? Nope, you're all good. Okay. Now I can finally tell my buddy Medic he now has his Digimon on the party now. Flame Dramon is now in the party.
so close.
I was actually thinking, Rando, to actually ask you to be my concept art person for my thumbnails and stuff for YouTube. And I actually pay you more money.
Sure, man. Sure, dude. I'm down. I'm down. Just yeah, not on stream, but
Well, yeah, we could talk about that privately, but I was just like,
yeah.
I just wanted to say it like officially, like I wanted to actually have you be like my thumbnail guy. Because, like I said, I love your art. You've done perfect work for the Mexican Robin reboot. And, like I said, yours was the last final push that helped me get the motivation to actually start doing this.
Doing the Twitch, yeah, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm glad that I'm glad that the piece helped out. You know, I had a blast working on it. You know, very much. I love Young Justice. You know, so
Oh, yeah.
any opportunity. I've always been a Robin fan. I probably like Robin more than Batman or any of the other characters in like Gotham. You know,
Yeah.
to be honest, like they're all very interesting. I enjoy their like evolved personas. You know, I love Nightwing, I love Red Hood, and Red Robin. I had every I still have somewhere every single issue of Red Robin by Marcus Toe.
Wow.
His artwork is just fantastic, and it was great because Marcus Toe also did an Ishinomori comic.
Mm-hmm.
He did the Cyborg 009 reboot. Um, he did that reboot comic, and so it's like Marcus Toe just kind of like saying to both my the things I love in Western comics and the things I love in Eastern comics, you know, in manga and whatnot, and tokusatsu. Um, Ishinomori, he's the godfather of Toku.
Mm.
Created, oh Christ, Cyborg 009, Kakaider, Kamen Rider, uh, the Super Sentai genre.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, if it wasn't for Ishinomori, Ishinomori, I think, should be treated like the Stan Lee of Tokusatsu, but he never gets enough love. A lot of creators never get enough love. To
Yeah.
be fair, more people know Stan Lee's name than Jack Kirby's name. And that is
Yeah.
kind of sad. That is kind of fucked up. They both created them together. Just one gets more so remembered for it than the other.
Yeah. Oh man, Randall, I wish you were on. I'm gonna send this to your Facebook so you can watch this. Uh, the first DNA Digivolution is about to kick in a second.
Oh shit.
That's why I'm like taking my time clicking it so that way you can watch it, because it's the OG DNA Digivolution.
There we go.
Like I like this scene when I first saw it originally. I thought, because I don't know if you're seeing this yet or not. Let me know if you are.
I'm in the middle of a fort right now.
Okay, I'll wait then before I continue because it's about to click into the cutscene. But there's an object that's in the middle of this thing that looks like Apocalypse Mod from season 1.
Oh
And
no, he killed himself.
I thought they were leading into Apocalypse Mod and all this stuff from the very beginning, because I was like, oh cool, this is like a great anniversary thing to actually announce one of the OG original bad guys. And then no.
No, that shit.
Okay. I'll wait for you. I'll catch up on some of my messages I have from my buddies.
Okay, there we go.
Oh wait, do I have my external on me?
Was it a link to the Twitch?
Yeah, I sent it on your Facebook.
Okay, I'm there now. Yeah.
But you see that octagon thing in the center between
Yeah.
the 4 characters? Doesn't that look like Apocalypse Mod? Like in his dormant stage?
Gotta see a picture of him. Apocalypse. Oh,
Yeah, the OG bad guy.
yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I could totally. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could
you
see
see,
that.
you can see why I was like so confused thinking that this was Apocalypse Spawn. Because in
Yeah,
his dormant stage, like in the early season, you see him in this type of state, not in his full octagon body form. You see him as this form.
right. Yeah, it's just not the right shape.
Yep.
I mean, if
And
it loses the 2 points on top, then it could.
yeah. And here we go. Here comes the scene. God damn it, Nokia. And what's funny is in Hacker's Memory, which is the sequel to this, you actually have a somewhat of a dating simulator type deal where you can actually fall in love with one of the characters, except for two, because you find out that they're bi and they're in love with someone else.
Okay.
And I was like, hey,
Nice.
I'm like, I love the fact that they're actually like in this one they only show one small mission of like someone being in the LGBTQ area, and that pisses me off so much. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Someone mentioned like he's actually gay. It's like, okay, cool. Where's some more of this? I'm like, come on, Tokyo. I know you're okay with this, so I know you could say it more in the game. And then all of a sudden, there's nothing. But in Hacker's Memory, there's like 3-4 different quests where it's talking about that, and I'm like, thank you. They heard. They heard our prayers and asked for it.
Right.
Okay, now here's all the stupid cutscene. All you see, pretty much all these all OG Digimon except for two.
Oh, right.
And then here's where another OG bad guy shows up. Ooh. Let's use a heal spray. I'm glad I at least got one mega level Digimon in this damn group now. Yep, saw that coming. I already knew he was going to be killing this guy off like constantly.
Right.
Because he has this freaking weakness and it's going to happen regardless. But I also have his weakness too. And then there it goes, attack up, defense down. Revive. Void. Deal a little more damage to him. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Trigger another healing spray. Not a 3. I need a 3 to deal more. Okay. Now I can just let some of this thing go into auto mode for a little bit. You can't use an electric on a frickin' android, you dumbo. Oh, here comes the big head attack. But preparing for it in advance. And then, do I have any SP sprays? Yes, I do. Let's give everyone back there. That's why I bought so many of these, because I knew this was going to happen. Damn it. He auto-repaired right away this time. Fuck. But I think I can kill him. Ooh, please let this do a crit hit. Come on. Yes! There we go. Way to go, Winston. That's my buddy. Whew. Goddamn. The one frickin' battle I hate the most because it's bullshit as all hell. Because Digimon was augmented slightly. Which is bullshit. Because later on you find out about like how this guy's was able to get his Digimon, and it's just like, oh, this was one of the original hacked Digimon. I'm like, oh, fuck off, you. I'm like, why would you have that? I'm like, that is such bullshit, and you know it. And then here comes the cutscene. And here it goes. This one I'm just gonna let it auto run just so I can get the cutscene started. And you can see it in all of its glory.
Yeah.
Oh crap, I forgot to take... Oh no, wait, it does the animations for him still. Because it's not my Digimon. And then here comes cutscene in a minute. There it is. I don't think so. And then here it goes. The greatest cutscene that actually is so awesome. Doosh. War Greymon. Metal Garurumon. DNA Digivolve 2! And then all hail the king. Oh, which one should I do? Transcendent Sword or Supreme Cannon for lols?
Sword. It's 30.
Oh. Supreme Cannon!
Shit. Yeah.
Now finish it! This is why I love this part so much, because you get the one best animated cutscene in this whole thing. Which is the saddest part, because there's only 2 animated cutscenes. Or, well, cartoon animated cutscenes in this whole...
like anime. Yeah.
In this whole thing. Hacker's Memory, on the other hand... fucking every scene is a fucking cutscene, and I'm like, thank you! Ah, fucking Kishibe. Crazy ass motherfucking witch. And then here comes all the frickin'
Oh, fighting for $25.
And now all these people are in a coma. That's why I think it's so funny with this game. It's so much like Dot Hack. There's a virus that basically puts people into a coma.
Oh, wow.
It's literally Dot Hack. Like, I hope the rumor is true that they're bringing the Quadrilogy back as an HD remastered. I hope that rumor is true, because I want it so bad. Well, they haven't said, like, if it's going to be on the
trailer.
Well, they have the Dot Hack GU Quadrilogy, but not the original OG Dot Hack Sign Quadrilogy. Unless there was a trailer that was announced recently that I've been completely observant about.
Damn.
But they said that the next anniversary was supposed to be that, because this past anniversary was supposed to represent GU, because GU basically helped get Dot Hack back. Well, it's got most of its viewers back, because they see this bad guy as Kite, and they're like, oh, well, who's this Kite guy? And they look into it, see signs, and a lot of people were loving the original series.
Yeah.
God damn it, Nokia. So basically what's happening right now is that the bad guys have figured out, by taking so many human lives, they've actually figured out a way how to break and rip the fabric between the realities, just in the first Digimon game. Well, in the first Digimon series, when they brought the two worlds together.
Okay.
Because basically what these weird octopus creatures are a combination of human AI technology and digital technology, which they ended up using in later seasons, like Digimon 3 and Data Squad. They used that same concept for it. I think one of my guys is ready to digivolve now. But at least now I can change one of them.
Alright. I'm gonna run to the bathroom while my horse is on the way to the other side of the map.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
time to go through another connect jump. Yeah, they call them eaters in this universe.
事態は急激。まあ何はともあれ、君のデジバイスのログデータから優子君の位置情報。ひとまず探偵事務所に戻ってきなさい。君が興奮状態にあるのはよく。しかしこんな時こそすごい。
わかんねえことだらけだけどよ。
それで
持って遊ばれて誇りを踏みにじられたんだ。じゃあな、お前も早く。
ガルルグレイも。私はオメガモン、ロイヤルナイツの一人だ。
And then here's where we get the Royal Knights involved.
君に話さなければいけない大切なことがある。私はオメガモンへと合体したおかげで自分がこの世界に来た理由を思い出したんだ。話さなければいけない大切なこと。この世界なんだかよくわからないけど大丈夫。このノキアさんに集っ。ノキア、デジタルワールドだけではなく君たちの住むこの世界も君たちを今まで以上の戦いに巻き込むことになる。当たり前じゃない。たとえ世界中が敵になったってこのノキアの心が死なない限りどこまでだって。ノキア、ありがとう。よーし。アホ、そないなセリフ逆にもうこれで終わりみたいやないの。
There we go. Halfway mark.
遅かったじゃないか。報道ではこぞってハッカーをあくまでも隠し部はハッカーたちに。それに関してはまだ何も手がかりがないな。だがおそらくそれにだがおそそれにかだがおそらくそれにだがおそらく岸辺おそらく今まで利用し岸辺リエはパラダイスロスト計画、そしてそれと並行パラダイスロスト最近迷いがじこれらの情報をおそらくそのこれらの検証よかった。実はオメガモンあそこなら
Let's go into the digital world. Four more levels to get him leveled up. And de-digivolve you to that. Okay. Take that, yes. Train. Train. Develop. Okay, the one thing I need to check. Punching bag, treadmill is what I need to get. Alright. Welcome back.
Yeah. Let's see, and my horse is still. Oh wait, no, I am finally at my camp. Shit.
There you go.
Just in time.
Let's expand this to 5. Okay, that doesn't need to be expanded. Heal everyone. Sell some stuff. And then keep this stuff for later. Okay. Now we're taking your name off because you're no longer medic anymore. So you're now medic. just leave it as is. Okay. Okay. So let's load Winston. Okay. Crap. I just completely effed up. Ugh. Okay, I gotta quickly end the stream for a quick second so I can fix this.